This is the HaltingWinter podcast. I'm your host, Seth Winterhalter. Today on the podcast, we start a two-part series. The two-part series is called Get Out of the Weeds. How do we help you as a small business owner get out of the weeds? That's what HaltingWinter is all about. We exist to help small business owners get out of the weeds and up into the air, because just because you're a small business owner does not mean you cannot and should not be making big revenue and big profit. We want to help you soar. And so if we can do that, we want to come alongside and overcome those obstacles that are in your way from growth, in your way to scale your business bigger so you can fly farther and faster. Two-part series. How do we get out of the weeds? This is the issue of small business owners. You're stuck in the weeds. You're stuck in the daily grind of managing and trying to not only oversee, but make sure all the 6 components of your business are moving forward, trying to get all that's right, all that you have to do accomplished. Plus, you're trying to see over all the admin. You're trying to make sure the finances are in order. You're trying to make sure, right, payroll. You're trying to make sure all the all the checks are coming in and getting cashed, and all this can be overwhelming. And if you're a small business owner like I am, you get it. I don't need to go into it. You just go, hey, man, just you saying that, I'm starting to get stressed. I'm starting to get tired and exhausted. So I want to do a 2-part series on how do we help you get out of the weeds, because the only way you're going to grow is if you get up so you can see your business and so you can point the way ahead and start to fly, right? You're not going to fly if you're in the weeds. You're going to get stuck in the daily grind. You're going to live the hamster wheel experience. So how do we get up in the air so that we can both take a look at where we're at, actually assess it correctly, and then make a plan to fly? So number one problem for a small business owner, specifically if your annual revenue is $500,000 and below, you are going to be in the weeds. It's just a reality. If you're not in the weeds, I don't know who's running your business. If you're making $500,000 and below, I don't know. You've got to have some slush fund, I guess, of cash coming into that to be able to not be in the weeds, because it's just the reality. You're going to be in the weeds. You're going to be fighting the daily fires, answering the emails, doing all the follow-up, and there's always going to be a fire to fight, because you may even have you may have an assistant, a virtual assistant. You may be getting some help, but they're there to just relieve. They're there just to take some of the stress off. They're not making executive decisions. They're not, right? They're not really moving the ball forward. They're just trying to keep you from going insane. And so the first thing we need to think about when we think about how do we get out of the weeds is this. You have to understand that there are 6 parts of your business. There are 6 parts of every successful business, and they're this: leadership, who's in charge; your products and your services, how do you actually solve the problems that people have? What do you do? What do you deliver? So leadership, products and services. Number 3, marketing. How do you get your message out so an audience can actually become customers? Number 4, sales. How do those audience members who come in to see what you have to offer, how do they actually buy? How do you sell? Number 5, overhead and operations. That's all the back end components of your business. And number 6, cash flow. How do you make sure that cash is coming in, cash is going out correctly, so you're not setting yourself up for some big failures there? 6 parts of every successful business. And when you think about those, and you may be a small business owner and you're like, oh my goodness, I've never even thought of it in the parts. I'm just trying to get everything to happen. And all of a sudden now when you frame it, well, no wonder I'm overwhelmed. Those are 6 big departments of an organization, of a business. No wonder I'm tired. That's a lot to oversee. Now, here's the truth. Okay, here's the big lesson of this podcast. There are 6 parts of a successful business: leadership, products and services, your marketing, your sales, your overhead operations, and your cash flow. 6 parts. Here is the reality. 2 of those you're probably pretty good at. You know, maybe most business owners will have leadership as a skill. They can lead. That's what gave you the confidence to be able to start a small business. You feel good about leadership. You feel good about, right, setting a direction, setting a course, and undertaking it. You're probably good at leadership, and then you're probably good at one of the others. Maybe you really love thinking about a product. You've really thought about this. You've developed it. You have a service, right? you clean gutters, or you do concrete, or you do construction, or you're a counselor, you're a coach, you're a consultant, whatever you are, you're like, man, I nail this thing. Like, I feel really good about my product and services. Those usually are the two, at least when I meet, that people feel pretty good about. Now, sometimes they're not a good leader. They love their product and services, and they love telling people about it. So they're good at products and services and marketing. Those are their two strengths. Sometimes they're a great leader and they're a great salesperson, but they have no idea how to market. They have no idea how to do overhead and operations, and that's what's sinking them. As long as it's just them, they're fine. But once they try to bring in team members, things just go sideways real quick. So again, my point is this: 2 of those 6 you're probably good at. And as I say them, leadership, products, marketing, sales, overhead, cash flow. Think about that. What 2 of those do you go, oh yeah, I nail those? 2 of them, you're going to be awesome. You're going to love them. You're going to really like them. You're going to enjoy spending your time there. 2 of those areas, you're going to be okay at. You can get it done. It's not going to overwhelm you. It's not going to stress you out. If that was all you had, if that was all that you were told to do, if that was all that your job required, you would not enjoy it. You'd be like, I need to find something else to do. But as long as you can do the 2 real good things you like to do, then that's okay. You'll do the 2 average things as well. Here's the problem. We have 6. You have 2 that you're good at, 2 that you can get done that you're average at, but then you have 2 that you absolutely suck at. And if you're a business owner, you got to be honest. You have to be honest with yourself and say, it doesn't matter if you think you can do them. What matters is, are they actually getting done? And are they, they're contributing stress to you? They're sucking time because you get in the weeds and you don't really have clarity, or these are the things that you get in and you're like, well, I need to just research it. And so these are the things that just are not getting done. They're continually sucking your time away from the things that you're good at. They're sabotaging you. They're becoming these immense fires that are the hindrance from your growth. And here's what's the answer to this then? The answer is, you need to be honest with yourself and admit that you're not Superman. You're not Superwoman. You are not awesome at everything. And this sometimes is really hard for a business owner to hear, because they went into business because I have all these talents and skills and I'm not appreciated at my work. And so I'm going to go do my thing and I'm going to be amazing. Yeah, you are amazing. It's amazing to be a business owner. You're awesome. But you're not perfect. You're not awesome at everything. And the sooner you admit that, the actual better your business will be, because you will see that you actually need other people. You'll see that, man, the way to grow is actually to bring in people that are better than you at the things specifically that you're not good at. But if you really want to know the secret to a successful business, the goal is to bring in people better than you at all 6 of those components. And that's when a business owner starts to get scared. And they go, oh, but what am I going to do? I'm going to get taken over. No, you're not. Because you're the owner. You're the vision caster. You're the one who sets the mission. You're the chief architect. As long as you keep growing, there will always be a need for you. There's nothing to fear there. Always find people better than you at a specific thing. You don't need a bunch of generalists. That would be a coup. Then you'd be in a bad situation. You want to bring in specialists for all 6 of those areas. That's the executive suite. That's the C-suite, right? CEO, CMO, CFO, all those positions to help run a very successful business. So first, just admit, what are you good at? What are you okay at? And what do you really stink at? And let's figure out a way to make those weaknesses not sabotage you. And really, that's what we're going to talk about tomorrow. This is why frameworks are so important. A framework is, right, it's multiple things. We'll get into the weeds of this tomorrow. But think of it, it's a skeleton. It's the steel structure of a building that holds it up. It's the foundation. It's the thing that both protects you from the outside elements and from yourself. You need frameworks to guide. You need frameworks so you don't have to do all that work all the time and figure out, what are we doing? What's our strategy? Use a framework. Use a proven framework so it actually helps you build and grow a successful business. And here's what I want to encourage you today. So how do you get out of the weeds? The first step is to know the 6 parts of a business and then to know yourself. Be honest about what you're really good at and be honest about what you're really bad at. And be honest in 2 ways. Be honest because you might be giving yourself too much to what you're good at, and so that the other parts of the business are slacking and they're dragging behind. Or you may be so bad at the 2 areas and you may be spending all your time there in your weaknesses because they are such a mess that that's where all the fires are happening. And that's why you hate your job, you hate your business. It's because it's stressing you out and killing you because it's not actually letting you do what you thrive at. So know yourself, know your business, so then we can come alongside and make some course corrections and help you out. So if you're here, maybe you're a business owner and you know exactly, you go, I know which 2 areas are killing me. And let's hop on a phone call and let me hear where you're at, and let me see if I can give you just some insights and some help. Maybe I can, in a real quick call, give you some guidance to be able to take some steps and get some relief. You don't have to hire me for that. Like I just want to help. And I think there's some easy helps to get some people out of the weeds of some areas like that. Another way, if you're like, man, what I need to really know, I don't know. I don't know what I'm good at. I'm just overwhelmed right now. I'm not sure what I'm good at. I'm not sure. I have an idea of what I'm good at and what I'm weak at, but I'm not sure. I need some guidance. We have a free business assessment that does exactly that. It tells you how those 6 areas of your business are doing. You can go to the link in the show notes and click on that. It's the My Business Report. It will take you, it's a 10-minute online assessment. And again, it's not going to go into some elongated hour-long, fully in-depth. It's a 10-minute assessment, but I think it helps enough in the tool that it is to give you some key insights to go, okay, that helps me just get a lay of the land. So now I can think about what steps do I take now. And if you're interested, we can set up a meeting and talk about that report, and I can give you some insights and what steps are possible to take. Here's the big thing. Some of you are like, man, I know the 6 parts of the business. I know where the strengths are. I know where the weaknesses are. I'm just having a hard time getting out of the weeds. I'm just having a hard time really focusing on a strategy to get ahead and grow the business. If that's you, I want to invite you into to consider a 6-month mastermind that I'm starting. It's called the Revenue Accelerator Mastermind. Revenue Accelerator Mastermind. I'm taking 10 small businesses that make under $1 million in annual revenue. And my goal is that over the next year, you are going to double your revenue. In the 6 months of the program, you will increase your revenue by 25%, at least 25%. If not, I don't know how. Again, I'm going to assess this is why, if you apply for it, we're going to have a conversation. I want to know your business and make sure that you'd be a good fit. But I wouldn't let you in if I didn't think that we could at least grow your revenue by 25%. But the ultimate goal for every small business owner that's a part of it is to double your revenue. And I believe I have a very clear strategy to do that. It will work because you will be focused. You will be able to prioritize, and all you need sometimes is someone in your corner to go, because sometimes you know what to do, and it's just a matter of having the accountability to continue to do that, to not get stuck in the weeds, to not get stuck fighting fires that don't actually need to be fought. They're just coming up because so someone's yelling the loudest at you. You need help, and so this is the goal of a mastermind. This is the benefit of a mastermind, that you have a coach that's helping you, but you have a community that's holding each other accountable, that's giving insights, that's giving encouragements, that's really rowing together. And man, I think it's going to be really powerful. So I'm very excited. Seats are going to fill up fast. And so I would encourage you. In fact, I'm hoping to have half of the group filled by just the end of this week. So by the time you listen to this, I'm already on the phone. I'm already talking with small business owners. And so I want to encourage you, if you're hearing this, go to the show notes, go to the link. The link for it can also be found at HaltingWinter, Halting, HaltingWinter, haltingwinter.com/mastermind. Right? haltingwinter.com/mastermind. Go to the landing page, read about it, go to the forum, read more about it, fill out the application form, and I will call you. We'll set up a call. We'll set up a time for me to hear about your business to make sure that it would be a good fit for you, because I want to make sure that the business owners, the businesses that are a part of it, actually can experience the results that we want to get out of it. So want to make sure to help you guys succeed. Time to get that revenue on. So if that sounds good to you, there it is. There's some options. There's some ways to be a part of what's going on. So tune in next time, the next podcast. We're going to talk about those frameworks. We're going to talk about all those 6 parts of a business, what a framework actually does, what a framework is, to actually help you grow your business. You do not need to create structures and strategies out of thin air. This has already been done 1,000 times. The thing that you need to do is choose the one you think would best fit your business, the one that you understand the best, that makes the most sense to you, so that you can move forward and actually see results. So my name's Seth Winterhalter, Halting Winter. Again, check out the mastermind, haltingwinter.com/mastermind. See if that'd be a fit for you. Until next time.